There is something about the dance of the fire that inspires us. Maybe it's in the way it prances through the air. We often can't help but just stare at this marvel. The sparks, they carve all of the spaces that exist around. They bounce as we glare at the majesty of this divine gift. It is often a symbol to rift, to bridge those that have passed, and to remember the ones that have left with us something that amassed. We can't quite describe that impact, nor can we put words to the flame. To give these individuals words is, in essence, to give them a name and to amount their impact. And to describe it in facts is inherently tricky. Just like this light has life, it's sticky. It's a game that you play with the tongue to sing a song that's been sung, to touch, to reach, and the such. There's not much that I know, but there is this idea that the ones that have left, that have since gone, have retired a certain feeling and have kept in us this reeling sensation of joy and of hope, to carry with us this rope to pull to the future. In their absence, they have sutured the wounds that we have been dealt and helped us to mend the characteristics of guilt and shame that we have felt. It wasn't their fault, nor is it ours. To put salt on everything would be to say that there is someone to blame, but there's not. Just as we all are inherently bound to rot, there is no one but life itself. It's rife with pain, and like fire, there must come rain, there must come elements that were sent to feel such bane. They flow, which means they also go. They aren't meant to be apparent for too long. And as quickly and as strongly as they enter, they will also make their absence more adventured. And those of the past will come back too. Maybe not in the same way that you once knew, but in a form perhaps still so warm. A spark to illuminate when things get dark. A light when things aren't so bright. To flicker. Sweets. To get you back up off your feet when you feel down, when you frown, in those moments that are so potent with gloom. There's nothing left except for to feel this doom, but you must go on, and you trust in these spirits that have come for so long to encourage and to give you this overwhelming feeling of intuition and movement. It is beauty, if you think about it. That we have the ability to feel so deeply and to spend our time here, of all places. Certainly, at times it feels quite disgraceful that we should have been caught in this place, but it's a gift. And we could spend our time thinking of it as something that hurts, but in many ways that doesn't absolve us from this urge to be and to see, to grow, and to know all that we can. At the end of the day, we are human. We are bound to die. We are found at the end of our days, lying down on the dirt or the sea. But still, that's what it will be eventually. We can't escape that. We need time to grieve, to perceive the lack of that person, those people. But it doesn't have to be a roadblock, a steeple in our path. It could just as easily be the remembrance and the adoration of a life that has since passed. The aftermath could be just as glorious as the life that they lived, should you begin to perceive these essential thoughts that are ferocious in their strength. You may have to sit with them at length to really gather what I'm trying to help you capture. There will be smoke, there will be fog, there will be many sensations that you can't log, and that will take everything that you have been through to sift and to realize what it is that you need to know. Clarity will come when these disparities fade, and the life that you sought will be made from the memories that you have forbade to come forth. Allow them to seep back through you. Allow those emotions to weep and to blow like the winds. Don't be afraid to let some go, should they be time to rescind and to give space for these new feelings to come in. Some will be the most beautiful that you have ever believed imaginable. These faces and traces of unusually special energy will certainly give off a new type of synergy should you decide to bend into it. They won't always be so transparent, but you'll learn to flow into it. And one day, when you feel that it is time, maybe it comes suddenly or with more of a poetic rhyme, you may too feel inspired to pass on a fire. And even if it's just a little spark, don't be afraid to remember the mark that you gave to this world. It wasn't small, but it is just a drop. But even drops make their way to the top and contribute to something so integral, something so important.